Welcome back to our living room. This is Stephanie.
Hello.
And I'm Joel. And before we get to this Balboa video, we want to thank you so much for everybody who's been supporting us through about almost 2 months.
2 months.
That we've been in quarantine. And we don't really know how long this is going to last. We've got some dates that have been put out there for relieving the restrictions, but who knows what that will do for partner dancing. Who knows if we have to do solo dancing 6 feet away from each other, in masks, in gloves, or if it's going to be even longer until then. But we've been very, very fortunate to have our community here in Boise, and even outside of Boise, donating, sharing, subscribing. So we really want to thank you. Our most recent donation came from Timothy Nogler, so Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. And we really want to just impress on everybody that when you get back to normal, when things, whatever that looks like, think about all the times that you didn't go see your friend's play or your friend's show or your brother or sister's event, and you just kind of blew it off. Maybe this time around, this is going to be kind of a second chance for us all to get back out and support those who are doing these big groups and big gatherings, because it's been taken away from us all. And so this is just an update on us. We'd like to know how you guys are doing. Please comment below. Let us know that you're doing all right. Let us know if you want to see anything in particular. But we really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right, today we're going to be tackling Balboa. Balboa is a cousin of Lindy Hop that they all kind of came from the same place, but generated through different means and uses and purposes. But generally speaking, it's a smaller dance, still done to big band music, but just generally faster tempos. We've gotten a lot of people, not only in the Lindy Hop scene here in Boise, but in the West Coast and salsa and some of the other scenes. They really want to learn Balboa, but just haven't had the opportunity to do so. So since we're all stuck at home, we figured we'd do a from the ground up Balboa video. Today we're going to be covering 2 moves, the down basic and the up basic. Here we have the leaders down basic. So we're going to start back with our left foot on 1, bring our right foot together on 2, step forward on 3, and hold 4. So let's repeat that. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Step together, forward, hold. After we get there, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to go into the second half of our down basic where we step past the left foot, bring our feet together on 6, and then step back on 7 and hold 8. So we're doing kind of the reverse of what we did before. Step together, forward, hold, forward, together, back, hold. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And here's from the other angle. We're starting back with our left foot. Then we step together on 2, step forward on 3 and hold 4. Stepping forward on 5, step together on 6, step back on 7, hold 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, this is the follows footwork for the down basic. I'm going to start forward with my right foot on 1. I'm going to step together on 2, and I'm going to step back on 3 and hold count 4. So let's do that with some counts here. I'm going to step forward 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to repeat the back half. Same sort of idea. I'm stepping back with my left foot, 5, stepping together 6, stepping forward 7. So with some counts, left foot going back, 5, together 6, 7. So let's put that all together, starting forward with the right foot. 1, 2, 3, back with the left, 5, 6, 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Okay, now let's try it from the other direction. We're going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. One more. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7.
We're now going to show you how to do this together, talking a little bit about frame and connection and posture and things like that as well.
Yeah.
So leaders, what I generally do is I try to wrap my arm around the follow, where I take my inner elbow pit and I sort of connect it with the follow's ribcage, and then just rest my hand comfortably and low. Where I'm keeping my right arm, as opposed to lifted and up, I just rest it in a hug-like fashion. And then I also have the follows slightly crooked, so we're at a little bit of a V, and I've got my right rib cage in the center of the follow. So I'm not straight on with the follow, I'm a little offset. Also, I try to keep soft knees, relaxing, down slightly towards the ball of my feet, but not to the point to where I've risen up or I'm leaning forward. I just rest so that my heels can bounce if need be. Go ahead and talk about the followers.
Cool. So same thing on the followers. I've got my the center of me kind of pointed at Joel's right side here, and my right arm. Sorry, that's the left one. My left arm just relaxes down on top of the leads, and I just generally have my hand back here as opposed to way back here. So I just let it rest, and I'm not pulling or snugging up. I'm just kind of trying to move into the leader using my whole body, and then my arm rests.
My left hand is just a pretty typical hold where I just act like I'm holding a cup and the fallow's hands rest here. I tend to let my elbow frame relax, because if I use a bunch of energy to hold it up high, it tends to like stress out the follow. The only difference would be if I'm going for a look or an idea,
Sure.
where I really want to get this like high, almost shag look just to do a thing. The other thing that we also talk about is when we frame up, we connect first, make sure that we've got a big solid connection between each other, and then we let our hands relax. So I'm not squeezing or pulling, we're just actively magneting towards each other, once again without this sort of super heavy lean. Unless, of course, once again, we're going for a look. But if I just want to dance fast and dance effectively, I just want to be a soft little spring while magneted towards my follow. So we're here, we've got our frame. Leaders, you're going to be going back with your left foot, follow's going forward with your right, and we're going to be going quick as we step together, and then step forward slow, and holding that count 4. So I've gone 1, 2, 3, hold 4, and then I'll step forward with my right, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're moving the same direction versus maybe opposing or opposite. The other thing I really try to focus on is just a soft little bounce on every single count. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And if you so desire, you can work on sort of letting it meander. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. You can go either way. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And that is the down basic. Moving on to the up basic, we're going to start 1 and 2 the same way we did before. Step together, and then we're going to hold 3, hold, and step 4. So where before in the down, I went 1, 2, 3. In the up basic, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to step 4, and once again, do sort of the opposite here as I go 5, 6, hold 7, and then step 8. So I'm going 1, 2, hold, step, 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 hold, step. 1, 2, hold, step, 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 hold, step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now from the other direction, I'm going 1, 2, hold 3, step 4, forward, together, hold, step 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, the up basic 4 follows. I'm still stepping forward on my right foot. 1 together, 2, I'm going to hold 3, and I as a follow, because I want to be real adaptable and real movable, I like to lift my foot up off the floor just a little bit, almost like I'm connecting my ankles together. So I'm going to step 1, 2, 3, stepping back on 4. Then I'm going to reverse it with the left foot going back. 5, 6, little hold, 7, 8. So let's try that all together, nice and slow. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now from your perspective here, starting forward with the right foot, 1, together 2, hold 3, 4, repeat with the left, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. So let's give that a shot. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward 1, 2, 3, back 4, 5, 6, 7, forward 8. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now that we have our footwork for both the leaders and the followers on the up basic, we're going to put this together as a couple, just like we did for the down basic. So same things apply. I've got my nice gentle frame, nice and relaxed, deep breath. Exhale. Just try to chill out as opposed to getting real tense. So the biggest difference is where we're putting that hold. So counts 1 and 2 are the same, quick, but instead of moving my 3 forward, I'm holding it in place. I'm still going to mark that with a little bit of a pulse. So I'm going 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to move on 4. So let's try that again. We're going 1, 2, hold, step. And then on 5, 6, I'm going to do the same thing I did before on the down. 5, 6, holding 7, 7, and then stepping 8. So it's going 1, 2, hold, step, 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 hold, step. 1, 2, hold, step, 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 hold, step. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The name of the moves are a little deceiving, up and down, or an up basic versus a down basic. It feels up in the sense that like it's holding for longer, but I'm not actually going to pulse up on the up basic.
We're still keeping the pulse the same. This gives us that kind of metronome to connect together and dance together, but it definitely has that that pause.
Yeah,
it's like a little breath.
It like delays. It like creates a little bit of tension in there.
Yeah.
So like on the down, when I'm going 1, 2, down, it feels like I've almost gone. This is exaggerated. 1, 2, down.
Yeah.
And when I do the up basic, it almost feels, once again, exaggerated. Don't do this. 1, 2, up, step. But I'm still going to pulse down. 1, 2, up, step. Or rather, down, 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 down. It just has the illusion of being up. But still, try to keep your pulses down on every single count.
Right.
And like the down basic, you can also meander or let it rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. One of the hardest things, I think, in Balboa hits us right in the beginning, and that's leading between the up and the down basic throughout your dance. A lot of people will just do the up basic pretty much the entire time unless they're doing a move. I think oftentimes up basics are what people do when they're just doing basics.
Yeah, when you're just hanging out and moving around.
Right.
Yeah.
And down basics tend to be what people do when they need to transition into something. I'm a little different. I like alternating a bunch between them, and I think, and I don't speak for everybody, but from a lot of people who really enjoy the really close connection, or what some call, and this is just a name, pure bow. I don't know if there is a pure bow, don't take me out of context, but some people would refer to pure bow as being in that close connection the whole time and not separating. I think it's all Balboa and it's all good and it's all great, but I really enjoy spending some time rhythmically just in that close connection.
Yeah.
And so what I think about when I lead into this is that on the down basic, as I go 1, 2, I'm pushing or driving forward with a slight tilt to show a level of intention and pushing from the floor. as I want to get off of 2 and into my 3 quickly. So if I exaggerate that, this alignment's everything. 1, 2, 3 communicates to my follow that she needs to move. When I want to do the up basic, once again, this is exaggerated, I'm going 1, 2, and I'm almost hanging into the back of my right foot on 2, and then resting there, and then realigning towards the end of that count 3 to push into 4. Basically, I push off of the foot and lean the direction when I want to move. Close together, it looks a lot smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And you can even see it, and I'll even try to exaggerate it more. I'll do 1 for 1. I'll do up, down, up, down in a very exaggerated sense.
Again, don't do this.
Starting with up. 1, 2, 3,
Woo!
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And you saw kind of what I was doing when I was tipping to my body. I just don't want to do it that big because A, it's overled, and B, I'll probably lead step out of stuff early.
Right, it's hard to keep balance for sure if you're doing it too big. The other thing that I feel as a follow is, even though like Joel is, yes, leaning into it and kind of using that pitch, it feels to me not like I'm being leaned into or away from, but I'm being pushed or pulled in a certain direction. So as a follow, it doesn't feel tippy, but the way that the leader like moves into that next step has a little bit of a lean to it.
Right, we're coming from a very exaggerated sense, so like it gets our head in like the right place.
Right.
But follows, or if you're practicing with someone, the follows really need to communicate when it feels like the leads are coming down on top of them, because that's just too much.
Yeah, and you probably saw it in the, at least I felt it, I don't know if it's able to be seen, but when he's pushing forward, the further he leans, it buckles the follow. So we don't want to buckle, we just want to push.
I think of it like, I mean, it really is just walking, and that's a phrase I've heard a million times through dance classes, is, oh, just walk naturally. Well,
why is it so hard?
The problem is not all of us walk as naturally as the person next to us. We all walk a little differently and have different strategies. But if we look at generally walking, if I want to walk forward, I don't just move from here and then walk. What I do is I take my whole body and I start pushing. I'm going to move my left foot. I'm pushing off of my right foot. And I'm moving all of my stacked up blocks, like my head and my shoulders and my hips. I'm going to move them all into it, as if there's nothing in front of me. When we're going through this, I try and take that step forward into the down, like Steph's not going to be there. When I do the up basic, I hang back, leave Steph here, and then do the same thing, just later. I just move as though Steph's not going to be there. The other thing you can also do is mix up the halves of the basics.
Yeah.
So you can do the front half of an up and the back half of a down. This gets a little challenging, especially on the social floor. So when I do the down, 1, 2, down, I can then just hang out and do the up on the second half, or mix it up the other way. But you really have to focus on when you're pushing off the floor. And getting that dialed in is really, really tough.
Right. Especially since we're moving so small, right? The bigger the movement, the easier it is to kind of have some wiggle room. But with this close position, we're right on top of each other. So it's important that we keep our feet apart. Our right feet are going to share the center. And when we're practicing, we really want to use that time to have that dialogue. It feels like this. I don't understand what you're doing at this point, and getting that conversation going, because it is hard to do it's hard to see what's going wrong because we're up against each other. So we need to have that dialogue.
One of the exercises that we do in Balboa a lot to practice walking is what we call a follow Bjorn. And it really is us just kind of walking around the room, not trying to trick the follows, just understanding what we need to do to transfer that energy. So we have everybody take their left hand high, right hand low, and we just kind of chill. I'm not grabbing or squeezing, and if it feels like I'm pulling the follower towards me and lifting up out of her toes, it's too much. If it feels like she's rolling back into her heels and lifting up her toes, that's too much. But we just chill here, and then what I do is walk nice and calmly and see how unencumbered I am by this movement. If Steph were to pull back onto me, it would almost start pulling me on top of her. Or if Steph were pushing into me, it'd make it hard for me to move. And so we just want to rest right on top of ourselves and leads kind of experiment, go in different directions, maybe even try doing some of your basics here. So if I do a down basic, I should be able to lead this direction, or if I switch to the up, it should work fine because this move, I'm not using my arms to lead it.
Right, it's a pretty fully body-led move. Other than we use our hands to stay connected to us or to each other, especially at higher tempos.
And that is your up and down basic in Balboa. The next video we're going to do are the come arounds.
Yeah.
Balboa we thought would be a perfect thing to tackle right now since we're all stuck inside. We don't have a whole lot of moves.
It's an inside dance.
It's an inside dance. You can also practice the footwork all by yourself and just get that timing down. If you have any questions about Balboa, please put that in the comments below. If you want to see anything in particular that we cover in Balboa, please feel free to do so. But like we said, this is just going to be from the ground up to get everybody, our goal is to get everybody competent at Balboa.
Yeah.
If you like what we're doing, check out the link below. We really appreciate you guys. Everybody stay safe.